What were you worried about, mate? We played fine. First preseason game I've seen, and we were fine. Finishing issues, maybe a couple of problems with Mendy. Chelsea look good. Maybe I'm the good luck item. Charm. Maybe I just need to watch the games and we don't play badly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan, and to your first match review of the season. Chelsea 3, or whatever 3 is in Italian. Udinese 1. Goals scored from Raheem Sterling, Mason Mount, and N'Golo Kante. Good performances, promising developments, and still some rustiness. But generally, I'm feeling good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. We're going to talk about the lineup, the combinations, the game, the ramifications, all of it. Please do drop a like if you're feeling positive. Let's see if we can go over 3,000 likes, so you can help me with that. Feel free to subscribe if you're new. If you want to, should you choose to do so, hit that sweet, sweet bell, baby. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is brought to you by SPITCH. SPITCH! The season is starting soon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Get ready with fantasy football, but the best fantasy football. SPITCH, my sponsor, utilizes OptaStats, so you get rewarded for actually knowing about football, and you don't have to play every single, for the whole season. You can play just weekly. There's season modes going on where you can win money, as you can see on the screen there. For if you put wager money, you can win up to 50,000 prize pool, 2,500 for the free prize pool. Mate, it's wicked, SPITCH. Check it out. Click the link down in the description. Like I said, it's free. You can wager money if you want and win money. You can get rewarded for being intelligent about football. Go check out SPITCH now, baby girl. Right, then, back in the studio. By the way, there'll be some new graphics early doors in the season, not straight away necessarily ready for the season opener, but this is Chelsea News Studio, as you know, the Stamford Bridge studio, and there will be an alternative for match reviews. Ooh la la, exciting new stuff coming on Football Therapy, so make sure that you are subscribed so you can see that wicked stuff. Right, so of course we were away in Italy playing against Udinese, Serie A side. Finished about 12th last season, mid-table. Pretty much Watford in Italy. They've got they're owned by the Potts family, the same people that own Watford. That's why there's so many recurring players that you've seen play for Watford. Pereira is there, Gerard Deulofeu, Isaac Success. You know, good, decent players. Chelsea reverted back to the favoured 3-4-3. Bing! Here was the starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Edouard Mendy between the sticks. Thiago Silva starting in his preferred role in the middle of a back three, with Cesar Azpilicueta in probably his best role at right centre-back. We got to see a start from Kalidou Koulibaly playing left centre-back as the Antonio Rudiger replacement. And then Gianluigi N'Golo Kante and Jorginho. Reece James, right wing back. Marcus Alonso, left wing back, which is some eyebrows raised. In the front three of Raz, Mount, Kai Havertz. Now, there is a game tomorrow morning, and apparently there's going to be a whole other squad. So there was only a few subs in this game, a small bench, and I think the game tomorrow will be a whole bunch of different players. Maybe the ones that are slightly less fit. You'd absolutely imagine off the top of the bat, maybe off the top of it, you'll see players like Mateo Kovacic, Ben Chilwell, of course, and Armando Broja, etc. Featuring in this game. I think you can actually watch a live stream. I may do, and I might, if it's good and I watch it, I might do a match review. We will see after the game. So Marcus Alonso is probably the weakest link there in terms of that starting lineup. In terms of alternatives, of course, Ben Chilwell would definitely be in the starting lineup. Not sure what else you would change, really. I mean, you could make a strong case for Kovacic starting in our midfield, because he was probably our form midfielder last season in terms of probably the best performing midfielder, I would have to say. Although Jorginho looked good in this game. Let me just tell you some stats from this game. So, 3 goals scored. N'Golo Kante scoring the opener, which was a lovely goal, by the way. Quite a long-range goal. Very strong shouts for man of the match, but did look gassed. Combined very well. Probably popped off 3 shots. Hit the woodwork, I think, at one point. Really going for that offensive ting. Also playing very well, scoring the second goal, was Raheem Sterling. It came off, he took a shot, it came off a defender and basically came back off his knee and went in. They all count, ladies and gentlemen. But like a recurring theme through all the goal scorers in this game, Raheem Sterling also played very well. Of course, Udinese get one back just before halftime from Gerard Deulofeu, and that was like... Mendy didn't cover himself in glory there, and the thing is with Edouard Mendy, he's been really worrying people of late with his distribution with the ball at his feet. He's been panicking. Now, he wasn't always that bad with the ball at his feet, but it is worrying a few people. But everyone's like, well, he's an amazing shot stopper. Didn't cover himself in glory here, but I don't think we should be so concerned. Chelsea continued to play pretty well. Mason Mount scoring in the 90th minute. A lovely little cute finish, assisted by Callum Hudson-Odoi, who came on to right wing-back, who, by the way, looked very good and did very well to assist him there. In terms of shots, Chelsea had 20 shots to Udinese's 5. Of course, Udinese are the home team. We had 4 times the shots. Shots on target, almost equally as dominant. They had 3 shots on target and we had 10. So half of our shots were on target. I mean, that's fine, I think. Although you're only getting 3 goals from 10 shots on target isn't the greatest. We dominated possession, nearly 70%. Loads of passes. A good 90% passing accuracy from the team is very, very strong, actually. Pretty darn happy with that. The referee just didn't blow up with fouls. It's a preseason game. I think Kai Havertz was pulled down really cynically. No yellow foul. Yes, it's preseason. Mason Mount hurdled a leg in the penalty area, where you could have just been like, "Yep, I'll have that, please. A penalty. Let's have a goal." Do you know what I mean? It was that kind of game. So in terms of substitutions, who did we see? We saw Billy Gilmore come in for Jorginho with the last sub in the 84th minute, playing in that double 6. Kennedy came on for Raheem Sterling, which I think probably pushed Callum Hudson-Odoi into the front 3 after coming on and starting as a right wing back. Harvey Vale came in to play in the front 3, looked very good. Emerson Palmieri came on as well. Interestingly, with Emerson, he came on and played alongside Alonso. He didn't replace him. And when I say alongside, he played as the left centre-back. And this is not new. We've seen this with Thomas Tuchel before. And we spoke about this all last season or the season before, because he was on loan at Lyon last season. He plays Emerson Palmieri as a left centre-back, a left winger, and they even played him as a right winger. I think he had played him as a left wing back at some point, but he chooses to play him in everywhere but, when in theory, if you look at the profile of Emerson Palmieri, you're like, yeah, he's a wing back, he should be a wing back. So it's funny that he plays him there. It's interesting that he played him at left centre back again. Maybe he's considering just keeping all the left backs. Keep Ben Chilwell as your first choice wing back. You keep Alonso and you keep Emerson as a left, because another centre-back cover, because he wants way more defenders. Maybe he just thinks, I'll keep Palmieri. So that was interesting. Let's talk about player performances then. Off the bat, positive. Let's start positively. Let's do a transition. Player performances. Edouard Mendy suspect in goal for the goal, but I'm not going to get too worried about that yet. Thiago Silva looked good. Cesar Azpilicueta, actually, I saw some negative responses about him. I think he was pretty good. He was smart. He was back at his, for me, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but for me, he was back at his sort of 7 out of 10s. Koulibaly was very good. I was never worried about 31-year-old Koulibaly. I don't mean it by his age in a derogatory. I mean that. I don't mean it as in I was worried about his age. A 31 experienced Koulibaly was always going to bring this level of quality, which he absolutely had demonstrated this evening. Very, very good indeed. Reece James, all right. Doesn't look like himself, to be honest. Again, a player that I'll be interested to get your guys' takes on. I thought Jorginho was good. Defo. I thought Kante was, at times, very good, although he did look a bit gassed out towards the end. I thought Alonso wasn't good. Again, let me know who you think played well and didn't down in the comments. Mason Mount, I think, like Kante, as a shout for man of the match. Not just because his goal, he played really well, great fitness. Played really well. Raheem Sterling looks like he is going to be really, really appropriate for this Thomas Tuchel side. Fits like a glove. The goal was obviously a bit fortuitous, but in terms of his movement around the box, good. He needs to learn that it will take time for his teammates to find him, like the Man City players did, in terms of byline cutbacks. Of course, that was his bread and butter at Manchester City under Pep. Wiggled around the 18-yard box, then ran and made himself available for a cutback. The kind of players that we're going to need to start feeding him those are like your Callum Hudson-Odois, your more conventional wingers. It's not really Mason Mount's natural game. Of course, the wing-backs can do that. Reece James can do that. You hope Ben Chilwell can do that. Kai Havertz didn't really do enough. I don't think Kai had a bad game. Again, like Azpilicueta, I disagree with some social media frustration on Kai Havertz. I do think this is the first choice front three, certainly to start the season, Mount, Sterling and Havertz. And I think there's probably good reason for that. But at the same time, while saying that, do not be surprised if someone like Callum Hudson-Odoi muscles his way in with good performances, because he's more of a sort of conventional winger and he does the aforementioned cutbacks. It could happen, man. But Harvey Vale, great player. I'd be very surprised to see him stay. I'd love him to go on a loan. I don't know if he's got little left in his contract, but he's an absolute player. Tuchel, I think, rates him, so if he needs to extend his contract and go on loan, if he stays, great. It means he's going to play, hopefully. And yeah, man, I mean, Kennedy, we shouldn't be keeping Kennedy. Hudson-Odoi, I'd love to see it. He's still only 21, which is blowing my mind. It feels like he's this 30-year-old player that never made it at Chelsea. Hudson-Odoi, he's 21, mate. If you signed him, it's like signing a kid. He's like still eligible for the under-21s England team. He's so young, yet he's had so much experiences. I think he could be so good. He just needs to find himself again. Gilmour, again, what's going to happen with Gilmour? There's so many midfielders in this Chelsea team. But anyway, look, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. I want to see your opinion on the game. Really enjoy reading you guys conversing with each other about the football. Please do drop a like. There's going to be more match reviews this season. Check out SPITCH by clicking the link in the top of the description. And yeah, man, I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. Peace.